Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here, basically, we are discussing another topic, that is city creation. City creation, basically, we are discussing another topic, that is India account. So, in India account, basically, we are discussing about the SBI groups, Amazon groups, and after 2 days, basically, the earthquake is going to happen. Big earthquake in India. So, first, basically, we are discussing this topic, basically, because if world will end, then there is no meaning of Amazon, there is no meaning of SBI. Everything basically is going to create again. So one of the person told that again ही basically बनने वाला है क्या world basically. The world is going to create totally different. SBI will end, every will basically end. Entire India will end. Entire India basically is going to create again. One of the person told that also. Because currently what is the condition basically of Indian nationality basically. What is the condition of Indian nationality? I am Indian nationality. I am actually planning to change my nationality also. Why? Because in India, basically, the Indian president basically is Indian prime minister basically can't give one job to one person basically. Then what? How basically he might be running the country basically? That is question basically. And I am basically in Gujarat, that is Vadodara city. So how he would be running the Gujarat state basically? One person basically searching for job, he basically can't give one job to one person. Then how he might be running the Gujarat basically? That is BJP basically. When basically I was in Bangalore basically, that time also he basically that BJP group has done same thing basically. So one of the person told that BJP में problem है क्या basically the people basically are into people basically have some problem basically. So in Gujarat it is Bhupender Patel and Prime Minister is Narendra Damodar Modi. So that also question arises basically because that type of situation also basically happens basically. So one of the person told that after this video basically the Prime Minister Chowkidar basically group will fire you basically. Then fire basically, then we will see basically what are the things going to happen. That is also a question basically. So one of the person told that it's a democratic country basically. Anybody basically have the rights to speak their word basically. So this is my word basically. And this basically is real it basically. Because if one person basically is having good experience, he basically can't get one job basically in India basically. That means he basically should change the nationality. But he can't change the nationality also. Why? Because he don't have the money also. So one of the Pakistani basically, assume that basically one of the Pakistani basically got this video and they basically told that yeah, this is the condition of India. They specially came from Pakistan and basically they saw that basically this is the condition of India. Then basically they started telling basically who is the chief minister basically. Then some basically Indian people told that that is Bhupender Patel basically. And then basically he asked who is the prime minister basically. Then one of the person told that Narendra Damodar Modi. And they basically told that which party basically there. That is BJP. So one of the person told that BJP that time also it was same way and currently also it's same basically. They had not given the job basically. And what is the condition of Bangalore basically? They are basically not having the single water also. Why? Because the lava basically which was dumped that actually got over. So here the topic was what basically? Future creation. So somebody told that basically Sunil, your future basically has finished by lava creation group. So one of the person told who actually creates the lava here basically? That is also actually question basically. Because in front of the world basically that whatever in front of the world basically which has displayed that all are wrong basically. So the entire books basically which says everything basically that all are wrong basically. People say that Mahatma Gandhi died, but really basically he died. Really he's died? He actually died? Lots of people says that Jawaharlal Nehru basically died from AIDS. But really basically he died? I will take one example basically. How basically this connects. One person told that one person basically got AIDS basically from one marriage basically. Just taking, and that marriage basically was done in Mumbai. That actually marriage was to kill that particular person. So basically just see basically how Mumbai people basically are. But every entire Mumbai is like that. That also need to check. So assume that basically they basically, and this is basically real story, basically. This is connecting to what basically that I will basically tell. This is basically not, this actually seems to be very cheap basically, but it's connecting to very dangerous thing basically. It's connecting to very dangerous. So he basically got marriage and he basically got AIDS. But he basically after 12 years, 13 years also basically he exists. He basically has not died. Why? Because AIDS medicine basically was there basically. He basically had the AIDS antibiotic, and that antibiotic basically only can be given by the person who is having the AIDS actual medicine basically. So from this basically one of the person told the Nehru basically still exists somewhere or basically. How basically he is looking now basically. One of the person asked the question also basically. How basically he looks. Nehru. So after watching this video basically, entire France group told that basically, do you know basically where is Lal Bahadur Shastri? Where is Subhash Chandra Bose? All are basically in India, or basically all they are in America basically. And lots of people says that they are running America. So one of the person told them, then basically Indian people basically are safe, no basically. They are safe. But they will not run basically from America. Subhash Chandra Bose, Lal Bahadur Shastri, they all will not run from America basically. They are not going to run from America to back to India because they have already died. So after dying basically you can't come to India back. If you are coming, then basically your blood cells energy basically will get activated and immediately basically you are going to be trackable because lots of trackable system has created. Lots of people say that basically if I am touching that lift, basically my blood cells is going to be tracked by the computer group basically. So I am not touching the lift basically. So that kind of people also basically are there. So one of the people told that basically this whole people basically died ना basically. ये तो सब मर चुके. That's why basically India is telling that basically we 35 crore people basically are safe. Why? Because these all people who died na basically, they are only handling the America. They are only handling the Europe. They are only handling the Italy. They are only handling the UAE. They are only handling. Because this way the India has created. And like this basically the way India is running. Like this way basically India, Sunil basically is not getting the job. And this all basically exist in America basically. They have not came back basically. Lots of people say that Sardar Patel also basically has not died. Lots of people says basically, whether it is correct or that basically I don't know. Because if this particular task basically has done, that only Sardar Patel can do. If this particular task, that AIDS medicine basically that person has not died, that only Jawaharlal Nehru can do. Subhash Chandra Bose, one person basically he is not getting job, he basically is not getting job. So this type of activity Subhash Chandra Bose only can do basically. If he's getting job, then also he's basically he only basically can do. So I am not getting job, so he is basically responsible. So assume that basically that Subhash Chandra Bose is in America. Just taking an example, basically. He is basically from Bengal. No, I think Bengal, Calcutta basically. So Kolkata. So Calcutta basically use which language? That we will see. That is Bengali. Which language they use? Bengali.
Get out Sunil Arnair. বেরিয়ে যাও সুনীল আর নায়ার বেরিয়ে যাও সুনীল আর নায়ার বেরিয়ে যাও সুনীল আর নায়ার
So this was in Bengal basically. This was in Bengal basically. So one of the person told that this everything basically is what actually are basically we are not getting basically your story actually we are not able to connect basically. What basically why basically we are displaying everything basically. So one of the person told that the lava creation basically which is happening in Mumbai city, the Mumbai city is basically standing in thousand buildings. That lava energies are basically of these people basically. Lava has created, that is the base of the land is created on the base of these peoples. That is this all people basically just now basically I told this each and every group's name basically. In this basically I forget one. Rajendra, this just Murarji Desai. Lots of people say that he also exists. So these all people basically are giving the energy so that the lava group basically can create the lava and the land can be created. So you will not believe it basically the creation has happened like this way only. And this everything is done basically. Entire creation is done. So Mumbai basically has already had the thousand buildings basically. Thousand buildings are there, basically. That means the Mumbai, whatever people basically has given the lava data, that is the energy data of their bodies basically, they are only going to create Mumbai and they are only going to handle the entire Mumbai. That is thousand floors Mumbai buildings basically. So whatever company basically are going to launch there basically, they are going to come on the base of these groups only basically. So you can just imagine basically. So how the market, how basically the business development groups are basically knowing is this everything basically because they have the data that the base basically which is created that is from these all people basically. So the business whenever going to come basically in that Mumbai, that is going to come from this all people only. This all people only. From this all people only. So the source of business that Mumbai is going to get and Mumbai is getting, that is from these people only. And whatever water basically they are going to have, that also basically is from Mumbai land. Sorry, from lava basically. Because thousand floor building basically, they basically the government basically can't provide the water basically to that dam basically. For that basically the under land water basically is only can be provided basically. and that basically is created basically. Underland water basically is created long before, has created long before basically. So you can just imagine basically the Mumbai city creation basically is happening since when basically. Because to create lava basically it's not 1 or 2 days task basically. To create water supply in the underground land basically it's not 1 or 2 days supply, 1 or 2 days task basically. So you can just imagine basically they are going to have that water also basically. Sorry, they have already had that one. So you can just imagine basically because everything is created, that's why basically. And this connects to also earthquake. One more example I will take. Assume that basically the lava land basically has created, and the energies are also going to come out from the land basically because water basically has created na basically. So upper side of the land also basically the energy is required. So how basically that basically they are going to give basically. And here basically earthquakes basically how it's connected. Because assume that basically from these people who actually died, they basically exist, they basically got some disease. Just take a case, example basically. They got some disease. That is directly going to affect to Mumbai city. That is directly going to affect the Mumbai city. So you can just imagine basically everything is created. Why we are discussing this everything basically? Because earthquake basically when it is going to happen basically, that time basically data basically of the earthquake basically are given to Mumbai Power Company 1 week before only. So 1 week basically they have basically to stop the earthquake. That is basically what? The error solving problem basically. So for that basically Bollywood has created basically. So one of the person told that Bollywood जो है ना, they know that basically currently what Jawaharlal Nehru is doing, currently what Subhash Chandra Bose is doing, currently what Morarji Desai is doing, currently what Lal Bahadur Shastri is doing, currently what Lal Bahadur Shastri is doing, currently what Lal Bahadur Shastri is doing. So you can just imagine basically how the things has created. So you will not able to what to say basically, you can't able to imagine also basically the creation, the lava land basically. So one of the person told why basically Bangalore is suffering from water basically, because that lava data basically has created basically, which basically has done some problem basically, which has basically happened some problem. So they have to dig they basically don't have to dig basically because the road maps basically are there basically for the lava basically. That basically I think lots of people says that it's basically under the sea water, but what is the roadmap basically? That because lava basically goes from the roadmap only. That is the underground roadmap is there basically. So you can just imagine basically the creation. And this everything is done basically. This everything is done. So you are not getting job, Sunil. So that is also connecting to this. So one of the person told that earthquake basically, your story basically can affect to earthquake. For example, Mumbai basically you went to Bangalore, you basically not got the job. So your story is going to give something basically to the Bangalore city and to the Mumbai city. Then one of the person told that what is basically going to give, because you have any power basically. Power means you have the money basically, so that basically you can give something basically, or basically you can do something basically in Bangalore or Mumbai city. You basically can't do anything here basically, because Mumbai is highly secured city basically. What you can do basically? That also connected with lava land basically, which is created from this all people basically who actually died in front of the world. And this everything is done basically. So one of the person told that your story will affect their this all people basically their story basically. That is also question. Assume that basically when you basically were in Bangalore city, that time few people basically watched you from Galaxy, that is iGalaxy. And they told that basically yeah, Sunil has given resume to this whole area basically, and he basically has not got the job. So find out basically who actually created the lava basically data of Bangalore city basically, because that connected to that level because their thinking are up to that level. So they basically told that basically yes basically we are thinking up to that level. Same way in Mumbai city everybody knows basically who created. So one of the satellite group told that basically their health or basically their data basically are going to affect due to Sunil's not getting job. So there is nothing going to happen basically. World is going to run as basically the Mumbai city is running. Same way the world is also going to run, and Mumbai is also going to run same way basically where it is running. How basically it is running? Because Mumbai basically never stops. Even basically in Corona basically they have never stopped. But train basically has basically I think stopped for few days. But after that basically the Mumbai was running. For few days basically Mumbai was stopped due to Corona disease. That time also basically the lava land was there. That time also the lava land was there near with the underground, and their energy basically was connected. So everything basically is connected. Each and every things basically are connected. You can basically can't able to imagine basically. Because this particular task, this person only basically can able to do. That is basically written in the history basically. In the historical book basically. That this particular level of task, this person only can do. From that basically you can able to track. So you are not getting job. You basically not got job in Bangalore basically, where currently water crisis are there, and you basically not got job in Mumbai city, and you are not getting job in Vadodara city. This everything is connected to these people only basically. So is basically anything going to affect to these people basically, and due to that basically the earthquake will happen. That is also question. Anything basically will happen basically, any chain will get generated. So that is basically very dangerous question basically, because lots of people say that basically need to think 100 times basically whether what to give the answer basically. Lots of people say that America is running by Subhash Chandra Bose. Europe is running by Lal Bahadur Shastri. Nehru is running Italy. Murarji Desai basically is running Canada. Just taking as an example, basically. Really, they might be handling few other countries, but they does not exist in India basically. But their family basically exists. So their family basically are getting data from here only. Same way basically that lava data basically is. So one of the person told that means the people who are creating the lava data basically, who are into the creation of lava data, they know that basically this is Mahatma Gandhi. I actually forget that name basically. Rashtrapita basically. That this particular task only Mahatma Gandhi can do. So one of the person told that you are in Gujarat. That means Mahatma Gandhi land is also sorry the underground land basically, that is the lava land, that is created by Mahatma Gandhi energy also. That means you are not getting job, that is connecting to Mahatma Gandhi also. So one of the person told that anything is going to affect to Mahatma Gandhi. Currently basically where is Mahatma Gandhi? So anything is going to affect to that Mahatma Gandhi ji. In front of the world basically he actually died. So anything is going to affect. So again basically we'll connect to earthquake. This everything is connecting to earthquake topic only. This everything basically is connecting to earthquake topic only. So you can just imagine the world is already created like this way. So one of the person told that this was the right way, or basically the people who died they got some another birth. So that was basically right way. Because Jesus Christ also exists somewhere. Jesus Christ is basically long before basically he died, but he still exists somewhere basically. So the people birth basically is not a new thing basically. People birth basically it's not a new basically in Earth planet. So you can just imagine basically. Lots of people says that few caste basically in India na basically that is also created this way only. I don't know this basically for this lecture basically this topic basically for this topic basically I have taken lots of lectures basically. So one of the person told that you went to Bangalore, that time basically BJP was ruling. So BJP was responsible for not getting job. Currently also you are not getting job. Same basically central BJP is ruling. In central basically BJP is ruling. That means BJP is creating problem to you. BJP is creating problem to you. So one of the person told that what is the solution basically of this? Satellite group basically told that for that basically what would be the solution basically? What would be the solution? So one of the person basically asked the question, your life basically is going to affect to these people basically, because they are very far basically. You can't go, you can't touch that people basically. Subhash Chandra Bose basically, you can't touch to that particular person basically. You can't basically say that basically due to Subhash Chandra Bose I am not getting the job. Due to Jawaharlal Nehru basically you are not getting the job. I don't have basically AIDS based disease basically, I'm just telling basically. I had taken one example of one person who actually still basically has not died basically. Even 12 years also basically. He basically got some effect of AIDS basically due to marriage. Because marriage was done to with some AIDS girl basically in Mumbai city. And this is real story basically. If you want to do the inquiry, you can do. For that basically Shiv Sena is the best group basically who actually keeps the each and every data, and they basically know that how the AIDS marriage was planned basically, because they are Shiv Sena. If anything basically happens in Mumbai, they know first basically. Going to happen that also they know first. And Shiv Sena basically came from where? Bihar. And they basically ruling Maharashtra. But the people who created them basically they are still handling them only. Because they are Bihar, from Bihar they are basically outsiders. So that is also thing basically. So here basically we are not going to that topic basically, but things are things basically. Because when Sunil Nair basically visited Mumbai city, that time basically I think BJP is only BJP was ruling. So wherever basically BJP is ruling, there basically Sunil Nair basically is not getting the job. So from this data science project basically, I came into this conclusion basically. So this connect to one project basically. This connected to one project basically. So here basically this topic came to BJP government, which are creating problem to Sunil Nair. So one of the person told them what would be the solution here basically for this. So one of the person told them, you basically can, what you can do basically, because it's not connecting to BJP, it's connecting to the BJP who created BJP. That is basically from this died people basically who actually created BJP. So who might be that person basically who still basically handles BJP and he is controlling BJP? Because wherever you are going, there BJP is ruling and you are not getting job basically. So who might be that person who created BJP basically? Who might be that person who created BJP? So lots of people say that who might, because it's not possible to track this basically. The people who died basically, how you can say that basically that person who is going, he's a Mahatma Gandhi? That's not possible basically. How you can track that basically? That person basically who is sitting basically, he's Subhash Chandra Bose. That is not possible here basically. That person basically who is standing, he is a Raj Kapoor. That is not possible to track basically. It's impossible to track. How you can track that basically? So this is connecting to Jesus Christ basically. Because Jesus Christ died long before basically, but still exists basically. That means somebody is controlling Jesus Christ also. So you can just imagine basically Christian God basically is controlled by some certain groups who actually created Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ means more than 500 years basically. So that groups are controlling Jesus. So 500-year age, that means Jesus Christ age basically is 500 year. And this group basically, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Subhash Chandra Bose, their basically age might be 100 year. So one of the person to the who is controlling these all politics people basically, who actually died. So see the chaining system you see basically. Currently what is ongoing? India account. So one of the person told that here basically actually we are discussing what? Earthquakes. Topic is of earthquakes. And basically you connect it to this topic basically. Because it's connecting to the earthquakes basically. You will not believe it basically. Earthquake data are connecting to this basically. One of the person told that who created MBA? On the basis of which energy basically. Lots of people say that MBA, though you told that basically from 1,000 cities basically which has created MBA. Now basically you are telling something else. That is correct. MBA has created on the basis of that 1,000 cities from different areas. But from which energy basically they actually created? That area has created from which energy? Because how basically I can explain this? Mumbai land has created, underground land basically has created on the base of this all people's lava data, this all people's energy has converted into lava data, and then basically it has created. So you can just imagine basically how it has created. So earthquake is also connecting directly to these all topics. One of the person told them one person health got health into the trouble basically. So Mumbai gets data. Assume that basically due to some Mumbai energy basically that group. Assume that basically Jesus Christ body got some problem due to some Mumbai land energy. Just taking as an example basically. So that land basically was of 1 kilometer area. From that land basically few energy basically which was created that has converted into some human needs. Assume that that is some papaya. So from papaya basically Jesus Christ got some disease. Immediately basically the energy was collected by the healthcare department. So they collect immediate data basically because it's a Jesus Christ, God of Christian basically. So they have to take care as basically as basically he is God. He is actually God. But current body is something else basically of Jesus Christ. That only healthcare department only knows that this is Jesus Christ. And he got some disease some due to eating papaya. And that papaya was created from that Mumbai land basically. So immediately they passed the data to Mumbai city. They told that basically in that area basically the 1 kilometer area some bad thing is going to happen basically due to that basically the problem has occurred. So they immediately basically have that Mumbai basically they have TCS company basically. They don't know that basically due to papaya basically Jesus Christ got some disease. But they know that basically if the data has came to TCS, that means some critical thing has happened. That's why they got the data. Otherwise basically it can be passed to some other small companies also. But they have directly passed to TCS. That means that data basically was some critical. That's why they have passed basically. So in that basically the TCS employee will create some problem to that data. then that is going to affect to entire Mumbai. If 1 kilometer gets earthquake, entire Mumbai is chained basically with that 1 kilometer area. Entire Mumbai will get earthquake. Basically. So here basically I'm just taking as an example basically. So you can just imagine basically what are the things. So one normal person basically went to Mumbai basically, they are not given the job. So anything has happened to Mumbai? Nothing basically. But here it was Jesus Christ. So they immediately basically TCS, this, that basically each and every people basically they started doing some stuff basically. Why? Because he was Jesus Christ here basically. That's why. And you are a normal person basically. There is no value of yours basically in front of the world basically. There is a value of Jawaharlal Nehru. There is a value of Subhash Chandra Bose because they have created the land basically. On the base of that land basically the entire Mumbai buildings basically are standing. That is the thousand floor building. And you basically don't have any value. So you can just imagine basically what are the things going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. What is going to happen? You just tell basically. Scenario basically. Scenario means condition basically. It's like this. Sunil R. Nair basically visited Bangalore. Sunil R. Nair basically visited Mumbai. Sunil R. Nair basically is in Vadodara city and he is not getting the job. So anything is going to happen to Vadodara land, to Mumbai land, to Bangalore land. So that basically we are going to discuss in next video. Anything is going to happen basically or nothing is going to happen. That we are going to discuss in next video.